deal. It's that negotiation. And I think the company's Carrier and that guy from Japan that said he's going to invest $50 billion here.
Yeah.
They know that the sweet spot is the less regulations, the better corporate tax rate coming in. It's going to be worth it for them to come back to the United. And let's face it, on the whole, we're probably still the safest country in the world. You don't have to worry about a coup. You don't have to worry about giant drug dealers here yet. I mean, it's coming down on the southern border. They're worrying about it, but it's still the safest place to put your money and invest. And I think by having that lack of regulations, not lack of regulations, but less stringent regulations and making it more pro-business, you're going to bring in a buttload of business into the country.
Absolutely. And, you know, if you want to see decline, go down to West Virginia. Those folks, now, you can argue all you want about the environmental piece of coal mining and all the rest of that stuff, and its its importance in the world today. It's an option. Clean coal is an option. This is something that Trump is going to look at as part of his strategy, just as well as solar and electric and all the rest of the dynamics have to be in play. Everything's got to be on the table, because you can't afford, in a country of 300 plus million people, to have a state that doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's just not going to fly. Yeah, so we've got to find an industry there, and maybe retrain them, do something else, but there's got to be a way, and these smart businessmen and people that he's putting in front of us will find a way to make clean coal a way for those West Virginians to make a living, because they deserve to make a living. They're part of the American dream just like anybody else.
Right.
And we've got to look out for those cities, the Elkharts, all these little enclaves of cities outside of cities and major cities as well, that have to be brought back up to code, if you will, with the skills of today.
Yeah, I concur completely. And, as we kind of wind down the show here, because the time actually flew right by. We're already at 46 minutes here. I want to remind people that it is Christmas time, right? And we should probably take some time out during the holidays here to thank our families and our friends for maybe putting up with us. I'm sure this has been probably the worst election ever in my history. And I think it's torn some families apart. I think it's torn friends apart. And, when I watch what Hillary Clinton is still trying to do with the recount and now saying the Russians did this, you know what? Let's just get behind. I wasn't happy when Barack Obama was elected on either time. And I've been probably one of his harshest of critics. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But he's the president. I'm not trying to throw him out and get him done. Give Trump a chance, because I think people are going to be very happy. And some people will be surprised that he's not the crazy right winger that the liberals want to make him out to be. What the Republicans were worried about him not being Republican enough, it's probably true from a social standpoint. He's not.
Yeah, but when you look
at super conservative Republican.
But when you look at his cabinet, he's got the mix.
Yeah,
he's got your super, the Haleys and all the rest of these people that are quote unquote super conservative on his cabinet, prospective cabinet. So he's making, he's inclusive, and I see that as the major difference. And you're right, Barack Obama is the president of the country that we live in, and I'll never forget Barack Obama for the things that he's done. I've been a critic also of what he's done. The guy didn't ruin the country, okay? But what he did was he forgot the values that he ran upon. He changed virtually nothing except for health care. And all he did was change it for the worse.
Yeah.
And he's got that to stand on. He's got his executive orders to stand on. It's going to be a pretty short book when he writes it here after he gets out of office. I'm sure they'll fill it with a bunch of fluff. But at the end of the day, can he stand on the accomplishments and the legacy that he put forth? And then Trump has to be accountable for the same conversation. Can Trump stand by it at the end of the day also?
The election is won. It's time to execute.
Period.
Yeah. In 2 years, or 1 year, the next year's State of the Union address, we can look back and see how the first year went. And let's all hope that it's going the right way.
Yeah.
So your hope, Joe, for the new year?
Well, for 2017, I hope there's not another election. But 2016 was a great year in for a lot of us in Detroit area, right? And let's hope that so many of our jobs in this area are tied to the auto industry. Let's hope that continues. It's a great year. I think we did 18 million years.
17 and a half, SAR.
17 and a half. So let's hope that continues. But most importantly, all of we're blessed with great families, and let's just hope that things continue to go as great as they've gone.
Yeah. Pat, you?
I just, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody out there. I think 16 was a great year. We'll put it behind us, and 17's in front of us, and let's go forward together.
Great. Sounds good. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in, and let's leave with a little Bob Marley and call it a great Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas to all of you. And thank you for tuning into The Drift. Go to thedailydrift.com, stay up, and have a great New Year. Take care.
It's been 5 years since we met Kelly Brighton, just before her weight loss surgery.
I was almost 300 pounds. Because of the Michigan Bariatric Institute, I've lost the weight. I now have the tools to keep it off. I am a better mom, I am a better wife, and I'm just a better Kelly Brighton, I think.
Begin your journey. Try a free monthly educational seminar at St. Joe's Livingston. Visit stjoeshealth.org/MBI to learn more.
I'm Gary Wellings, Chief Editor of The Current. To succeed in today's business environment, your business needs to be seen by as many customers as possible. The Current newspaper serves Washtenaw, Oakland, and Livingston counties. Advertising in the Current newspaper is the best way to get your money's worth out of your print media budget. The Current has grown to 6 times its size since 2007 because we have a unique venue for local content, common sense opinion, and your business message. Getting your business message into thousands of homes for mere pennies apiece is the best way to do that, and your ad is also seen online for free. Call Sam Iaquinto at 734-323-0777. That's 734-323-0777. Or go to currantonline.com. That's COURANT online.com. Grow your business in print and online with the Current newspaper.